Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Magic Minute. So as you can tell, I'm a little bit sick today, but it's not stomach, it's actually just head, a cold. This month's theme is card tricks, in case you couldn't tell by that vomiting card trick I did back there. I can't tell you how long those cards have been in my mouth, just waiting for me to do that trick. Card tricks are a big part of my life. I've been doing them for as long as I can remember, which isn't very long, but even longer than I can remember. Some people say that there are good card tricks and bad card tricks. While sure that might be a thing, I think of it as a good presentation and a bad presentation. My idea of a good presentation has a lot of jokes. I guess the easiest way I can do this is by demonstrating. One of my favorite card tricks, I will hand the deck out for audience to shuffle. They'll probably do something like, oh, I'm not really good at shuffling, and then do a flawless bridge shuffle. Then I'll say something like, oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not too good at shuffling myself. I've never been too good at shuffling. So, I would then fan out the cards and say the usual, pick a card, any card. Let's say we pick this one over here. And then I will, Jesus Christ, fumble and drop. These are a brand new deck of cards, mind you. Just make sure they're well mixed, is all. And then I'll look away, and then I'll show the camera your card. And then I tell them it's okay if I see it, because I've seen this trick before. The Ace of Spades. Front face camera. So I tell them just hold on to your card for a minute, so we'll just leave it face up right here. Yeah. And then I say this, I'm going to mix these cards face up and face down. And I'm sure at this point, if you're a magician, you know what I'm doing. Or if you know me, you've seen this trick before. This is called a slop shuffle. Oops. Invented by a man named Sloppy Joe. So then I say, I'll take your card, the Ace of Spades, we'll put it face down on top of the deck. Now, are you ready for the greatest trick you've ever seen in your life? Is this your card? And I say, no, that's not the trick. I'm actually going to take your card, the Ace of Spades, and we'll lose it right there in the middle. So that it's not the top card or the bottom card, the Joker. Okay. With just a snap, every card is now facing the same way again. Every card except for one. And then I don't like to touch the card, so I'll have the audience member flip it over. And then I'll say the big question. Is this your card? That card trick has a good presentation. It's a pretty basic card trick, really. I mean, I don't know if it would actually fool somebody, but because they're laughing and having a good time with me, it looks like a much better card trick. I always tell people I'm a comedy magician. And what that is I tell a bunch of jokes to keep you from realizing how bad at magic I really am. And whenever somebody asks me if I want to see a card trick, it's always the same one no matter what. We're going to deal 3 rows of 7 cards each. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I want you to remember one card, and obviously I'm going to pick the Joker, but I wouldn't tell the person showing me the trick. And then they'll ask, okay, now which pile has your card? Like, we'll point to this pile right here. So they'll go, okay, there's 1, 2, and 3. Now, since that wasn't bad enough, let's go through that whole process again. But remember your card. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, where's your card? Which pile has your card? This one right here. So, okay, it's 1, 2, 3. Now, we're doing so great. Let's do that whole thing one more time just because I hate you. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, which pile has your card? It's the middle pile. Okay, so we'll go with 1, 2, and 3. Now, you want to go a 4th time? No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to spell out the word abracadabra, and your card is going to be the last letter. A-B-R-A-C-A-D-A-B-R-A, the Joker, which is the card I picked. And like, wow, that's so amazing. See, now that's a really bad card trick with a really bad presentation. I don't like that trick so much just because it takes too long, but if I were to do it, I'd probably come up with a reason for dealing out the cards 3 times. In order to keep from losing the spectators, I make a joke after each dealing process, because it gets pretty boring just watching somebody go. It can get boring for even after 5 seconds. I've had to sit through that trick a dozen times, always thinking of how I would do it better. Which is a great practice. I mean, if you ever want to get good at card tricks, that's the best way to do it. Work on your presentation. I'm going to go ahead and end this video with one more card trick, because it's the card trick theme of the month. Now this looks like an ordinary deck of cards, except I'm holding it in a very peculiar way, to hide the 2 holes drilled through each card in the box. It'll be clear why in just a minute. So first of all, we give the cards a quick mix, like I do. And this is the story of Harry Houdini. I know we just talked about him last week, and now we're going to talk about him this week. Can't get enough of the guy. So I'm going to have you do, audience members, I'm going to have you pick a card to represent Harry Houdini. Excellent choice. Let's see what card we picked. We have the 7 of Hearts. Now, this card's new name is Harry Houdini. Before we continue, I'm going to show you that no 2 cards are the same. Jokers might even be in here, I don't remember. Yeah, so no 2 cards are the same. And we're going to give them a quick mix just to lose Houdini in the middle of the deck there. And here I'll even do one of these shuffles just to prove to you that Houdini is now, oops, on the floor. That's fine. That's not Houdini, don't worry. So, one of Houdini's greatest escapes was when he would get himself locked up into a trunk. Okay. And then he would have this trunk. You probably can't see it, this is a hair tie. He would get his trunk locked up on all sides. Oops, I can't do this. There we go. So he'd have his trunk locked up on all sides to prevent any possible escapes. And then what would we do then? The box would be suspended. If I could get the ribbon go all the way through. No, it's not shut hands. Don't fail me now. Right. The box would be suspended. Like so. Sorry, paper done. And not only that, but the box would be locked. I forgot about that part. So push this one through the middle hole. The box would be locked. We have a bolt here. So what we have here is that we have Houdini locked in a trunk that's been tied around all sides to prevent escape. It's been locked and it's suspended over something dangerous. I don't quite know. We don't have a danger thing here. And we'll just throw these out here just so we can't get the card to escape. And I'm losing my voice here. And I should probably just do this down here. In just a matter of seconds, Houdini would be freed from everything. Thanks for watching this episode of the Magic Minute. Tune in next week to see more card tricks, and make sure you like this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I don't care. Make sure you're subscribed and turn on the bell for notifications, and until next week,